did you have a teddy bear?
Only a little teddy bear with no legs.
Why did it have no legs?
I suppose somebody must have given it to me. Somebody had finished with it, I expect. And he had a grey top and red trousers.
And can you remember how big he was? Was he a little bear or a big bear?
Probably awkward, medium.
Okay. What was it made out of?
Some sort of material.
And when it was given to you, do you know if it was new or if it was already second-hand?
It was second-hand.
So it was even older than that then?
Yes.
And you said someone gave it to you. Can you remember who? No.
It's a long time ago.
I know. And did you play games with him?
I expect so. I'm sure I did.
Did he have a name?
No.
No, most people's teddies didn't, I think. They were just their teddy, weren't they?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And can you remember how you felt about him? Were you obviously still remember him, so were you fond of him? Did you like him?
Oh yes, he was a nice old chap. And he sat, I had a dolly, a nice dolly, and she had a cradle, and Teddy sat in the cradle with her.
So the teddy and the dolly were friends then?
Yes, they were.
And you played games with them. He didn't just sit there on his own watching you.
Games, pretending games.
Mm. And I assume you don't still have him?
No.
So, what do you think your best memory of him is?
Of Teddy?
Of Teddy?
I don't really know. I know he sat in the end of the cradle. Dolly was at one end. Teddy sat in the other end. He was like a brother to my Dolly.
So, tell me about your Dolly then. What was she like?
She was nice. I had it for a Christmas present one year when I was quite young. And the head was china. She had real hair. The head was china, but the body was, in those days, was a material body. And the one I had was black material body. It was given to me with all the dolly clothes on.
So, again, what size was she? Was she the size of your hand or bigger?
Oh, no. Quite big, really. Like that.
And you said she came with clothes. What sort of clothes did she have?
The old-fashioned type of clothes.
Mm.
And my mother, when she got her dressed in a white, like a baby's christening robe that went all over. And the funniest thing was she had donkey's ear bags. Do you know what that is?
No, tell me.
I thought that might surprise you. It was, today we'd say knickers, but this was donkey's ear bags. They used to put them on, tie them under the knee and a drawstring at the back. And they were generally known as donkey's ear bags.
I love that. I've never heard that term before. That's lovely. So, who was she given to you by?
My mum, one Christmas.
Do you know how old you were when you got her?
I don't know exactly, but I think I would have been about 5.
So you said she had a cradle as well.
Yes,
So she had a cradle and she had clothes.
yes.
Did she have anything else?
A shawl. If I wanted to take her out, want to carry her.
And how did you play with her?
Not just pretend games. I sort of pretended she was real.
Was she very important to you?
Yes, she was when I was younger. Because in those days we didn't have a lot of things. Yes, she was important.
Do you know when you stopped having her? How long did you have her for?
I know, I'm not sure the date. I had her until I was in the forces, and my mother gave her away to a little evacuee girl. When I came home, my dolly had gone. So I'd have been 24, 5.
Okay, how did you feel about the doll being given away? Did you mind, or?
I did really mind. I thought I should have been asked if I wanted to give it away, but it was just done when I wasn't there.
Oh, well, hopefully the other little girl really liked it.
I expect she did. She hadn't got anything. Her name of the dolly was Violet.
Okay, that's a lovely name.
My mother's name for her.
Did she have hair?
Yes, she did.
What was her hair like?
Well, she had a fringe, and it came to about here on her face.
What colour was her hair?
Well, what we call mousy brown.
And again, what would you say is your best memory of her?
Well, I used to take her out and play with her. Didn't have a dolly's pram, but I did have this cradle. And I used to take her out and make it up, and to take her out and sort of tidy up the bed, things like that. Tidy up the cradle.
And did Teddy used to go with her when you took her out, or?
I think he must have done. Can't actually remember, but I'm sure he must have done.
I've just been past this for you. I've just been past Sonny Jim.
Oh yes,
You want
Sonny
to
Jim. Yeah,
take him so the camera can see him.
Sonny Jim. Yeah, this isn't the original one. I don't know if you remember the cereal called Force, do you? Well, when I was young, we had it at home, and if you sent the packet tots and small amount of money, they sent you a Sonny Jim as featured on the box. And I don't know where that ended up, but years later, they said people could send up and buy one, and I wanted one so badly because I did like my Sonny Jim. So there he is. This is not the original, of course.
So did you have one as a child?
Yes, I did. My mother got it for me.
And did he come, do you remember, did he come ready-made, or did he have to be sewn together?
Oh no, it came just like that. This is an exact replica, only this is much later years. I couldn't resist sending for him when they were advertising.